Well, good morning, guys. Welcome to Words from a Friend podcast. I'm your host, Marty Carey, and this is the podcast that follows my book, Words from a Friend, a daily guide to a purposeful life. It's available at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. We're on a 365-day inner journey together, so happy and grateful to have you along. We're on day 99 of that journey today, and today's message is a birthday message to my daughter, Katie. My daughter, the young sage, is today's message. Her birthday is actually tomorrow. But I remember writing this. It's got to be, 12 or 13 years ago when her birthday came up. And it goes like this. My daughter, the young sage. Wisdom is something that is usually gained by a lifetime of experience, both good and those perceived as bad. We are enriched with an inner knowing of what is truly important and what is the folly of the ego. Both. Sometimes, however, a very special person is born who seems to possess an old soul. An old soul. You can pick them right out. One who has been around the block a few times and gets it naturally. In our lives, we've been blessed with such a wise soul that popped her head out of my wife's womb. She's going to kill me for saying that. 19 years ago today, which it's actually 31 years. 31 years. Katie has been teaching us lessons for many years about how great life should be lived and how important things and the important things we need to keep as our life's compass. Always had a purpose. Always. She was like Lady Godiva, Freedom Rider. As soon as she came out of the womb, her eyes were open and she was ready to take on the world. Ready to be on this stage, ready to be on this human stage. She just had that in her eye. She's going to do that. And she was always on stage. She was always in the school plays and all this fun stuff. And now she's a school guidance counselor, high school guidance counselor. And she's great at it. And I'm so proud of her. And she's learning she's taking voiceover lessons from a local guru in Saratoga, my buddy Mike Lenz, who's the greatest guy and has helped me so much in my podcast journey. And I really appreciate that. And he's helped Katie a great deal, and he's just been so good to her. And so Kate is, she's turning 31, and it's one of the funniest stories. She'll probably kill me for saying it, but when Katie was 3 years old, Jan, my wife Jan, was teaching her how to be potty trainer. And she said, Kate, you're going to go in there on that potty and you're going to sit on there without a diaper and you're going to wait till you go, and then that will make you a big girl. You don't need the diaper anymore. Go on in there and do that. So she goes in begrudgingly and she sits there for a while and she comes out, nothing, and Jan goes, Kate, you got to sit there until something comes in. She goes back in there. Nothing's coming out and you hear her going, rumbling around. She comes back out and she's got this pissed off look on her face, and Jan goes, Katie, I promise you, it's going to come out. You got to. She goes, all right, listen. She puts her hands on her hips. She goes, let me tell you something. Put the diaper on me and give me a break. She says, put a diaper on me and give me a break. And I said, oh my God, from the mouths of babes. And Jan and I, it's one of our favorite funny stories. And she's been like that ever since. She's always got something to say. And she's just a beautiful soul. At any rate, so Kate, you are a remarkable human being with a heart as big as the universe itself and a soul that is meant to show others the way. All right? Your amazing sense of humor and open and kind nature is the stuff that endears and attracts the right kind of people into your life. And she's getting married in October to the love of her life. Her love of her life, who is just the greatest guy we could have ever asked for to be her husband. And I'm so grateful to God for sending him to us. Our buddy Mark Morelli. Love you, buddy. And so this is the wedding my wife has been waiting for since Katie come out of that womb, I assure you. We have a bedroom of wedding stuff already that is just like, it looks like home goods. You can come shopping in Katie's old bedroom at my house. All right, so my entry today is about wisdom, and it can be learned or it can be a gift that must be nurtured right from the hips of your mama. Have a great day, Catherine Grace Curie. You're the love of our lives. You and your brother, Patchy. Love of our lives. Celebrate those wise souls who grace your life every day and let them know how much you appreciate them. Never let that stuff sit inside you. Tell people that you appreciate them and why and how. And it just helps them to stay focused in that direction. That's encouragement. That's good encouragement. So happy birthday, Catherine Grace. I love you so much, babe. A couple other things of note that I wanted to share with you today is that you may have seen it online if you're here in upstate New York in the capital region. Our former restaurant, Daly's on Yates in Schenectady, we've decided to stay. We've decided to stay, and we've decided to not have a restaurant. We are going to be at a beautiful, swanky, cool little event center for all weddings, those weddings. And we got a beautiful 30 by 90 patio out there. If you've never been to Daly's on Yates when it was a restaurant, it is Swanktown races. It's awesome. The kitchen, the big glass, it's just really cool. And it's a beautiful place for any event. So the bar has got like 25 seats at it. Beautiful granite bar. It's absolutely beautiful. So if you're going to have a swanky birthday party, or if you're going to have a wedding, or you're going to have a baby shower, if you're going to have, just any kind of gathering, Daly's on Yates in Schenectady will be open soon. We haven't set the date yet, but if you want to inquire about it, you can give us a call at the Old Daly in Troy. So, go online. But and my partner Gino and I, that's what I was going to tell you, and I've mentioned in the past few weeks, is that my partner Gino and I have been working on doing the place over inside it just looks so great. And, COVID kicked the crap out of our industry. It really did, out of the restaurant industry. So this was a better model for us now. And it's something that we've done for 50 years. And we're great at it, not conceitedly. It's just that we've done it forever, so we know how to throw a party. So, and we welcome you to come down, and we're going to have a big hootenanny to open the show down there at some point in time. So stay tuned online, and I'll mention it as we go. But Daly's on Yates is back, baby, and you can have your private party there, your swanky dance parties, and we're going to have cool events down there, and it's just going to be great. It's going to be off the chain. That's an old saying, off the chain, off the charts. All right, it's going to be wonderful. So I hope you check us out. And one more thing is that I am going to be doing a series of book readings live down at a place called Samsara, right? And it's my friends Franca Di Crescenzo and Tony Durante opened this beautiful little it's like an energy spa in Schenectady at 2200 Rosa Road in Schenectady. And my wife Jan and I went down there and we visited. Franca said, come on down and check this out. And there's just a bunch of individual cool rooms for different types of energetic treatments. They've got this one big room that's set up with all these cool recliners in it, and it's just put on the great energy frequencies that balance your chakras. And then you've got rooms for Reiki and Chinese massage, acupuncture. They've got rooms for these boots you put on, like compression boots. Really fun stuff. And, it's really just an energy center, and the water's in there that, man, the atmosphere they created there is just like a little Shangri-La in the middle of Schenectady. And so it's the perfect place. And Franca and I have been friends, and Tony have been friends for a long time. They were regulars at Daly's on Yates as a restaurant. So we got to know each other, and she runs and owns the Altamont Vineyards in Altamont. And another cool place to have parties and gatherings. They have big bands out there and weddings and all kinds of fun stuff. And Franca's brother Michael makes wine there, and it's just awesome. And her father Luigi, he is a mason by trade, and he made this beautiful stone pizza oven, and it's just like old school. And they have that pizza that they make in the big cement oven. So it's just awesome. And Luigi makes his own limoncello, which I've had, which I've had too much of, and it's wonderful. But at any rate, I'm going to be doing these book readings down there, and I think there's going to be like 40 to 50 invites going out at a time, and I'm going to maybe do a series, like a monthly one, where I pick a different subject and go down and read from the book and then have open conversation about it. It'll be awesome. Be cool. So if you're in that phase and you want to do something like that, just check it out, and I'll post it on my Facebook page anyway. If you're on that, you can friend me, and check that out. But I'd love to have you down there for the live reading. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll have lots of laughs, and about life, just about all the shit we go through, and how love has a better way and a better ride for all of us once we realize that that's who we really are. All right, guys, so that's it. Oh, and my friend Katie Manning Hilton, the local medium. She's awesome. She came up to Crooked Lake House maybe a year ago, maybe more than that. And she did a reading up there, a psychic on the scene reading, and it was terrific. Went through the basement. The upstairs we're going through, and she's like, oh, I could just feel this. This is just has always been what it was. It's a party place, and I can feel the spirit. They're dancing. It's just wonderful. And then we go into the basement of the Crooked Lake House. She goes, whoa, well, now this is a different story down here. Well, that's where all the mobsters used to hang out, and Legs Diamond and his crew, and during Prohibition. And she's like, oh, yeah, there's probably some bodies buried down here. And but I love it there. For me, I'm down in that basement all the time, building stuff and creating stuff. And so if there's spirits around there, they're okay with me. And I'm most certainly okay with them, because I just love the history of the place, and it feels like I've always been there. So at any rate, Katie has asked me to be on her podcast on April 27th, to talk about words from a friend and probably life in general. And I saw Katie down at Franca's place, down at Samsara, when I was down there with Jan doing the tour, and we got a chance to yuck it up. And it's always good to see her. She's just such a beautiful soul. All right, guys, that's it, and I shall see you tomorrow. Much love, and you guys know what your job is. Same thing every day. Bring your light to the world. Much love.